The Daily Mirror newspaper is reporting that Millie Gibson, the actor who plays Ruby Sunday on Doctor Who, the brand new, at the moment, companion to the 15th Doctor, is already on the way out, is already leaving the show. But not quite in a usual way, not at the end of a season, but somewhere maybe in the middle. And that's kind of a unique way for a companion to leave the show. Usually they leave at a finale of some kind. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about why it might not be as bad as it first seems, and why some of the language used in this article is a bit inflammatory, let's just say. Hi, I'm Phil. Welcome to my channel where I like to talk about all the geeky pop culture that I like and consume. Things like Doctor Who, of course, but also other things like Red Dwarf and Star Trek and the MCU. So if you like any of that, click subscribe down below. Now, we're talking about Millie Gibson potentially leaving the show, which has been reported in an article in the Daily Mirror just last night. What this article says is effectively two things. One, that Millie is not staying around to the end of season 2, that she's only in a certain amount of episodes in season 2. And the second thing is that a brand new companion is coming in to join the TARDIS, and that new companion is played by Varada Sethru, who you might know if you are a Star Wars fan, because she was a big feature in a big part of the Andor series, the best Star Wars TV series that there has been. If you slept on Andor, go watch it, it's amazing. But she's in that. She's in 8 whole episodes of that series, which I think was every episode, or was there 10? I can't quite remember. But she's in a lot of it anyway. Looking forward to seeing what she does. I'd be interested to see if she gets officially, and now this has been leaked. It might have been leaked because they're doing some location filming with her soon, and therefore, if that is the case, following the pattern of Russell T Davies's announcements so far, usually when an actor is going to be involved in some location filming somewhere, they get announced, so to get just a little bit ahead of the location filming. And now this is leaked, maybe, if it is true, that we might get an official announcement. So I will save talking about her until we get an official announcement. But on to the subject of Millie leaving, what it does say is that she is not going to be around for the whole of season 2, and that there will be an episode sort of wrapping up her storyline, and that she then definitely won't be in Christmas 2024. Now, what I wonder is, first of all, that is a little bit of a disappointment. I do like companions to stay maybe 2 seasons. I think 2 seasons is a good number for a companion to stick around. I do like Doctors to have multiple companions and to switch out companions rather than having a consistent just one companion or one set of companion for the entirety of their incarnation. So I do want to see Ncuti with another companion. But I think it would have been good to see her do 2 whole series. However, this is kind of Russell's MO. He does if you look back at his original era, he shook up the main cast every single season. Yes, Billie Piper stayed for 2 seasons as the companion, but that was largely because the Doctor changed after 1 season. Christopher Eccleston left and David Tennant came in, so to keep some kind of continuity between the two, Russell kept Billie, but every other one of his companions, Martha and Donna, have gone after 1 season, and that did start to bug me a little bit in his original season, in his original era. That's not exactly what's happening here, because she's not leaving at the end of season 1. She is involved in season 2. So it's not as bad as that. It's not as bad as switching out every season, but it's also not quite as good as staying the kind of 2.5 seasons that both Amy and Clara did, for instance. That's a decent amount of time, I think, or at least 2 seasons. I mean, how long do you want a companion to stay in? Let me know in the comments below. So we got that, but also I do wonder if she's going to be in a consistent amount of episodes, or what could be really interesting is if something happens towards the end of season 1 that makes her want to spend more time back at home, and she kind of flitters in and out, and the Doctor picks up this second companion early on in the season while he's also part-time still travelling with Millie. So there's a little bit of a crossover where there's two of them on the TARDIS. And Millie's not there for every adventure. And then about halfway through the season, she has a wrap-up story where it's all main focused on her, and we get the end of her story, and she finally leaves the TARDIS for good. That could be interesting, because that's something that they haven't really done before. They've done companions leaving halfway through the season, technically, in season 7, but that was in a season where there was a break in the middle. There was season 7A and there was season 7B, and there was a months-long break in the middle. So that's slightly different. This would be leaving in the middle of the season and the season just carrying on straight away with a new companion. But if they do this as well and have her only in a few episodes scattered, maybe the first episode, then maybe in episode 3, and then in episode 5, then she could leave in episode 5, leaving the season finale couple of episodes to the new companion, but while the new companion is there at the same time, so they have a few adventures together. I think that could be a really interesting way to do it. I do take issue with some of the language in this Mirror article. For instance, they use the word Millie Gibson has been dropped from Doctor Who. Now, to me, the word dropped kind of indicates that, like, she didn't want to go, you know, it was sudden, like, oh no, we don't want you anymore. I don't think that was the case. I think this has probably been the plan from the start. Her and Russell would have sat down at the beginning, and he would have gone, look, this is your plan. This is the plan I have for your character. It's for this long. This is how we're going to write you out. And that would have all been thought of fairly early on. I don't think it's something that suddenly happened to her, where she suddenly found out she's been fired, which is what this sounds like. This is just the natural flow of companions. They can't stick around forever. They have to go eventually. So she hasn't been dropped. Her time has come to the end of what was originally planned, I suspect. So that's what I think about the whole situation, and, you know, my idea about the whole split bits of the episode. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. I'll be back for a new video soon, but while my son has just popped into the room and wants to say hi. Go on then, say hi. Hi. If you want to see him in a video, then check out this. It's him reacting to the Daleks in colour, the 1960s episode, The Daleks in Colour. You recorded a video, didn't you? Yeah, go watch that. It's very cute. See you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.